Welcome to Storied Audio. My name is Elena Hart, and I used to believe that love, real love, was something solid. Something you could bruise, dent, even scratch, but never truly break. I believed that for years, because that's what I had with Michael Rowan. For almost 6 years, he was my home, my quiet place, my certainty, and I destroyed it with my own hands. I didn't mean to. God, I never meant to. It started small, too small for me to notice the danger. A message from Aaron, a guy I dated briefly in college. He'd moved back to town, said he missed talking to me, said he wondered what might have happened if we hadn't drifted apart. I should have shut it down. I should have blocked him, deleted the messages, told Michael immediately. Instead, I flirted back. It felt harmless at first. A little thrill, a little nostalgia. Something I told myself didn't matter, because I loved Michael. I loved him more than anything, but I kept replying. I kept feeding something I didn't understand, something that grew teeth. One night, Michael came into the living room holding my phone. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't angry. He just looked tired, hurt in a way that made my stomach twist. "Elena," he said quietly, "please stop talking to him. Please." I promised I would. I kissed him, told him he was the only man I wanted. And I meant it. I truly meant it. But I didn't stop. A few weeks later, I came home from work and the apartment felt wrong. Too still. Too empty. I walked into the bedroom, and his side of the closet was bare. His drawers were open, empty. The framed photo of us from our trip to Asheville was gone from the nightstand. I found the note on the kitchen counter. "I love you, but you lied. And if I can't trust you, I can't stay. I hope you find whatever it is you're looking for." I sank to the floor and sobbed until my throat burned. I tried calling him, texting him, begging him to come home. Nothing. Silence swallowed every message. And then, because I was stupid, because I was hurting, because I didn't know how to sit with the guilt, I reached out to Aaron. He laughed. Actually laughed. "Elena, I wasn't trying to start anything serious," he said. "I just thought we were having fun. You didn't think I wanted a relationship, did you?" I hung up on him. Then I sat in my apartment, our apartment, surrounded by the ghost of the life I'd ruined, and I cried until I couldn't breathe. When I finally told my family and friends what happened, the looks they gave me were worse than anything Michael could have said. Pity, disappointment, anger. My sister shook her head and whispered, "He adored you. How could you do that to him?" One of my friends, Marissa, told me she'd seen him a few days earlier in another city, about an hour away. "He looked okay," she said softly. "Still sad, though." I cried for hours after that. The idea of him walking around some unfamiliar place, carrying the weight of what I'd done, broke something in me that still hasn't healed. I tried everything: texts, emails, calls. I even wrote him a letter. He never responded. Not once. A year passed. A year of replaying every mistake. A year of wishing I could go back to that night when he asked me to stop and choosing differently. A year of imagining him alone, imagining him hurting, imagining him hating me. Then one afternoon, while scrolling through a live stream of a business conference, I saw him. Michael. He looked older, sharper somehow, like life had carved new lines into him. But he was smiling. Really smiling. And he was holding hands with a beautiful woman, tall, elegant, with warm brown eyes that never left him. She looked at him like he was her whole world. And he looked back at her the way he used to look at me. My chest tightened, but not with jealousy. With something deeper. Something final. He had moved on. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the note he left, the pain in his eyes, the way I'd taken something pure and crushed it. I knew I couldn't fix anything. I knew he didn't owe me a conversation. But I needed to tell him I was sorry. Not to win him back, just to give him the apology he deserved. So the next morning, I drove to the city where he lived now. I found his address through a mutual friend who hesitated before giving it to me. When I stood at his door, my hands were shaking so badly I had to press them against my jeans. I knocked once. Twice. The door opened, and the woman from the conference stood there. She didn't look threatened or angry. Just curious. Hi, I whispered. My name is Elena.
I,
I used to be with Michael. Her expression softened instantly. I know who you are. That hurt more than anything. Not because she said it unkindly, but because it meant he had told her. He had trusted her with the story of how I broke him. He's on a business trip, she said gently. He won't be back for a few days.
oh,
My voice cracked. I didn't come to cause trouble. I wanted to apologize. I know it doesn't matter now, but I needed to say it. She stepped outside and closed the door behind her. It took him a long time to move on, she said quietly. A very long time. But he's happy now. Truly happy. I nodded, tears burning my eyes. Good. That's all I ever wanted for him. Even if I wasn't the one who could give it to him. She hesitated, then touched my arm lightly. He loved you.
deeply.
But what happened, it changed him. He had to rebuild himself. And he did. I'm glad, I whispered. I really am. I walked back to my car, without looking back. I didn't trust myself not to fall apart on her porch. I never got my closure. I never got to say the words to his face. But maybe that's okay. Maybe closure isn't something someone gives you. Maybe it's something you learn to live without. As I drove away, I realized something painful but true. I didn't ruin his whole life. Just the part of it that included me. And somehow, that small mercy is the only thing that lets me breathe. Subscribe to the channel for more audio stories.